Hello guys, today I want to show you my new October 2019 BANNLIST Orcust deck. Building an competitive Orcust deck without Nightmare Mermaid is not that easy, because you really have to play more Orcust cards than before. But you also don't want to draw that much Orcust cards because you can brick on those Orcust cards. But if you see no Orcust cards, you will brick. So it's way harder than before to play the Orcust deck. And I'm just gonna show you my idea and how to play this Orcust deck. I decided to make this Orcust deck going second Orcust deck because going second just helps you to get a card more and maybe see more of your Orcust combo and be more consistent. And also I think going second is the correct choice because those big combo decks, also the big God Dragon combo, got hit and aren't that scary anymore. So I think you can easily go second and get an easy OTK with this Orcust deck. Alright, let's start. For the Orcust cards, I decided to play to max out on 3 Harp Horror. This is just the best card. If you see this card, you can combo the most of the times if you have another extender. Then I'm playing two Nightmare Mermaid. I decided to only play 2 of her because she can break very hard because you can't normal summon her like Harp Horror, but she also gives you the Orcust combo. And then I'm also playing 2 Crimebull Skeleton. I decided to bump this up to 2 just to have more Orcust names in this deck, and it's also pretty helpful if you have one more in the deck and combo more, and yeah, just more Orcust names. And also I'm playing 2 Bombard. This one is just an easy Orcust combo if you have another Orcust card in your hand. And yeah, sometimes you only see the Bombard and the Crimebull Skeleton, but you can also combo with those 2 cards if you have more extenders like Dangers or stuff like that in your hand. And the biggest brick in your deck is the World Stuff, because this one is not even an Orcust name and it just does nothing on its own. So yeah, this is the biggest brick of the deck, I think, but you have to play it. It's just a way too good card to not play it. Now for the extenders, I decided to play the best extender, the Scrap Recycler. 3 of them, 3 of him. Yeah, just you can lay everything on in the grave, and yeah, this is just the best extender. And also 1 Armageddon Knight. Yeah, those aren't really extended, those are starters, and those are your normal summons. And sometimes it's really hard when you have Orcust cards in your hand and also some of those extenders, because sometimes you want to ensure your Orcust combo to go through and just normal summon the Harp Horror and go with your dangers. Because if you just normal the Scrap Recycler and get ashed or something like that, this can just stop your entire combo. So sometimes you just want to keep this in the hand and just normal it in the next turn and ensure your combo by normal summoning, or ensure your Galatea by normal summoning the Harp Horror, so you will have something on your board. Then for the extenders, I'm playing all of the good dangers as a 2 of. Yeah, I think those dangers are still the best cards to play together with the Orcust engine, just because you have the chance to just ditch the Orcust cards and you also play in a higher amount of Orcust cards. So I think the dangers are good. I'm not playing the Mothman because I think he's too inconsistent if you hit him, but I think those 6 dangers are all fine. And the dangers are also a reason why I'm playing the going second deck, because if you have your hand traps and just stitch and move to danger, it's just not that optimal. So if you use your hand traps in the opponent's turn, then in your turn you can just use the dangers and won't get the minus when you're ditching like an impermanence or stuff like that. Now for the hand traps, I'm decided to play 2 Nibiru. I think 2 are fine. You don't have to play 3 because it can break if you have more than 1. And yeah, in the going second deck, you always want to have cards that are live and not breaking. Then also 2 Pankratops. I think Pankratops is still one of the best going second cards, and if you want to go blind second, like you want with this deck, you just have to play Pankratops. And also to Ash, yeah, it's the same with Nibiru, discards once per turn, so you don't want to break on her. But Ash is just the best hand trap in the game right now because it just hits Orcust so hard. And yeah, I think this card is really good and you should play it. You could also play Ash as a free off, but I think 2 is fine. You have more removal cards that also help you that aren't once per turn, so I think that's okay. Now for the spell cards, I decided to play 3 Mind Control. Mind Control is just the best removal card in the game right now. I think it's not once per turn. You will just get a monster of your opponent and also a body on your field, which you can link with. This card alone is, I guess, the reason why I'm playing the going second version. It's just a great card. I'm also playing 3 Instant Fusion. This card is also pretty strong. You can just get 1,000 Ice Restrict, the Millennium Ice Restrict, the Wind. It's just an amazing card. You should play Instant Fusion. Sadly it's once per turn, but it's just way too good to not max out on it. And I also decided to play 3 Twin Twister. I think Cosmos Cyclone is also pretty good because it's way better against Orcust and Salamangreat and stuff like that. But I think in this deck sometimes you want just to discard an Orcust monster, so that's why also Super Poly is pretty great in this deck. And yeah, if you just Twin Twister and discard an Orcust monster, it's just worth it. For the trap cards, I'm playing 3 Infinite Impermanence. Just the best hand in the game. And oh yeah, I forgot the spell card Orchestrated Return and also Orcust Crescendo. I'm not playing the Orchestrated Bauble because we just go second. So I think those 2 are enough, and you have enough bricks in the deck, so you don't want to play the Bauble. And those 2 can also bring you into your place. Yeah, that's why I'm only playing those 2. Now for the extra deck, I'm playing 3 Galatea. I think 3 Galateas are necessary in this deck because you just want to play the pure Orcust, so you have to play the 3 Galatea to always have the resources, and yeah, I think 3 Galatea is fine. I'm also playing 1 Longirsu. He's fine at 1. He's just your first turn play or your Lay on the Grave play if you won't have the Dingirsu anymore in this turn, so it's your generic your Orcust Link 3, so this one is good. And also 2 Dingirsu, I think 2 is okay. You don't want to play 3 because you can recycle him from the grave, so that's fine. Dingirsu is just the best card in the deck, so 2 should be fine. For the other link cards, I'm playing 1 Link Kuriboh. This is just for the Bombard, to just link him away and then special summon your Orcust monster from the hand. Then I'm also playing 1 Nightmare Phoenix and 1 Nightmare Unicorn. I'd love to play the Masquerina, but I don't have it yet. I will include it into this deck when I have it. To just special summon out the Nightmare Unicorn and yeah, just have 1 more interruption when you go first. And yeah, I think you should definitely include that card and maybe switch a Super Poly target to the SciTech. So yeah, because I'm also playing the Super Poly targets in the main deck. And I'm also playing Borsod Dragon just for the OTK. It's a going second deck. You have the OTK, so yeah, Borsod Dragon is fine. For the instant fusion targets, I'm playing 1 Winder, 1000 Ice Restrict, and 1 Millennium Ice Restrict. This card is so incredibly valuable. I would not cut this anymore. It's just way too strong. Just when you just want to ensure your Orcust cards in the first turn you go through, you can just get this one out, and they can't edge you anymore. They can't Lancia you anymore. So this card is just great. And if you manage to special summon it, if you have the Link Kuriboh, for example, with the Bombard, you can just special summon it in the zone beneath the under the Link Kuriboh, and then you can just protect later with the Girsu and have 1 more negate if they have no hand traps. So this card is just great. Winder is also pretty great, but I think Millennium Ice Restrict is pretty strong against this meta and against Ash Blossom. And I'm also playing 2 Super Poly targets. The Starving Venom Fusion Dragon is stable, I guess. You can also fuse your own monsters. And I decided to play the Chimera over the Salamangreat Chimera because Marincis got new support and is maybe gonna be a strong deck. I don't know, but this one hits Marinces and also Salamangreat, so it's just generic against Cyrus monsters. So I would play this over the Chimera. All right, now for the SciTech. I decided to play 2 Lancia. I think 2 is fine. You could also play 3, but I think 2 is enough. And yeah, I'm also gonna play. I'm also playing 3 Super Poly, just one of the best removal cards, and the fact that you can also fuse your own monster, for example, in the battle phase, if you have not enough damage to go into the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon to just OTK. It's just great. It's versatile. You should play it. You can also go first with Super Poly, so it's great. Then I'm also playing a bit more removal, Cosmic Cyclone, just perfect card against Orcust, and yeah, you should play Cosmic Cyclone. And I'm also playing the Twin Twisters in the main deck, so I have 5 removal, for example, against Mystic Mine. Now for trap cards, I'm playing 2 Evenly Matched. This can just catch back row decks really strong off guard, so I would play it. And I also have 6 cards for going first. The first is Anti-Spell. This is so strong against so much decks. Yeah, it also doesn't hit you because if you go first, you won't need any spell cards in the next turn, and you will just side out your I mean spell cards. Yeah, you will just either side out your mind control and Insuffusion and stuff like that, and then you will just play the anti spell. And also for going first is the Some Strike. Yeah, just a generic good card to just burst your opponent away. And if you have one of those or one of those set with your normal Orcust combo, it's a pretty strong board, I guess. Alright guys, I hope you liked my turn on the Orcust deck for the October 2019 ban list, and thank you guys for watching, and stay tuned for more deck profiles.